Hello students, in our previous lecture we are solve illustration 5th on accounts of professionals. Okay, in our today's lecture we are solve another illustration number 6 on accounts of profession. Okay, so here illustration number 6 is in front of your screen. Okay, so first step is to read illustrations carefully. Okay, then read additional information, then make a star in front of information provided on respective items. Okay, so first of all I read the problem, then I go to solve the problem. Here Mr. Pratik is a chartered accountant. Following is the receipt and payment account for the year ended 31st March 2020. Receipts rupees, payment rupees. I read first of all receipt side. To balance amounting to rupees 1,35,000. To audit fees amounting to rupees 1 lakh. To consultation fees amounting to rupees 15,000. To fees rupees 1 lakh. To other fees rupees 5,000. Total of receipt side is 3,55,000. Now I read payment side. By office expenses 25,000. By motor car expenses rupees 15,000. By printing expenses 25,000. By rent 49,000. By salary to assistant 30,000. By books 50,000. By purchase of equipment 1 lakh. Okay, so remember one thing is remember here that the equipment is purchased on 1st July 2019 for rupees 1 lakh. So we compute a depreciation from the date of purchase of equipment. Okay, then by balance rupees 61,000. Total of payment side is rupees 3,55,000. Here additional information is given. First additional information, that is audit fees amounting to rupees 7,500 still receivable. It means audit fees are outstanding. Okay, so outstanding income has four effect. Okay, we already studied the four effect of outstanding income. Okay, same here, audit fee amounting to rupees 7,500 is still receivable. It means audit fee is outstanding. Then second additional information, that is salary to assistant rupees 7,000 is outstanding. Okay, is outstanding. Then third, rent is paid in advance amounting to rupees 6,000. Fourth, depreciate books by 10% and equipments by 15% per annum. Okay, you are required to prepare receipts and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2020. Okay, so you are required to prepare only receipt and expenditure account. Here no need to prepare balance sheet, but for our practice we prepare here a balance sheet of Mr. Pratik. Okay, for your better understanding. Okay, so you are required to prepare receipt and expenditure account. Okay, we prepare both statements, receipt and expenditure, as well as balance sheet here. Okay, so first of all, make a star in front of those items which is additional information is provided outside the cash book. So here audit fees outstanding, so make star in front of audit fees. Okay, then salary to assistant. Okay, So salary outstanding, make star in front of salary to assistant. Rent paid in advance, it means prepaid rent. Okay, prepaid rent, make star in front of rent. Then depreciate books. Okay, so remember one thing here, that the books is the asset of professional person. Okay, books is the asset of the professional person, but journals, articles are the expenditure of the profession. Got it? Here remember one thing, books are assets of the professional person, but journal and articles are the expenditure of the profession. Okay, those articles, those journals which is relating to the profession, then these journals or these articles are the expenditure of the profession. Okay, so make a star in front of books. Then equipment, so make star in front of equipment. Okay, so we make a star in front of those item which is additional information is provided outside the cash book. Okay, now we solve this illustration here. Solution here, solution. Okay, solution in the books of Mr. Pratik. Okay, Pratik, receipts and expenditure account debit for the year ending 31st March 2020. 31st March 2020. Then credit okay, then credit. Now prepare four columns. Okay, now prepare four columns, that is expenditure rupees, receipts rupees. Okay, expenditure rupees, receipts rupees. Then next, that is balance sheet. Okay, here we prepare balance sheet for understanding purpose only. Okay, here no need to prepare balance sheet because Mr. Pratik wants to prepare only receipt and expenditure account for the year ending 31st March 2020. Got it? But here we prepare both accounts, that is receipt and payment account or receipt and expenditure account and balance sheet for practice purpose. Here balance sheet as on 31st March 2020. Prepare four column here. Liabilities rupees, assets rupees. Liabilities rupees, assets rupees. Okay, so here expenditure rupees, receipts rupees, then balance sheet liability side rupees, assets rupees. Okay, liabilities rupees, assets rupees. Okay, now here transfer all items given in cash book to receipt and expenditure account and balance sheet. First of all, we transfer receipt side. Okay, so to opening balance, okay, to opening balance of cash. So opening balance of cash is considered as opening capital. Okay, we already discussed opening balance is the opening asset of that professional person. Got it? So opening balance of cash to balance is the capital. Okay, okay, then audit fee is a receipt. Okay, audit fee is the receipt from profession. Then R denotes receipts. Then consultation fee is also received from profession. Then fees, okay, fees also considered as a receipt from profession. Then other fee is also considered as a receipt or income from the profession. Okay, but here opening balance of cash is considered a capital of that professional person. Got it? In our earlier lecture we are discuss the opening capital, okay, or how to find out the opening capital from cash book and from additional information. Okay, now here we got the opening capital as well as receipt or income from the profession. Now we transfer receipt side. Okay, so capital is transferred on the liability side of the balance sheet. Capital in inner column amounting to rupees 1,35,000. Okay, in inner column. Then next income, that is to audit fee. Audit fee is the receipt income, so it is transferred on the receipt and expenditure side. Okay, receipt side, receipt and expenditure account, receipt side by audit fees. But here put the figure in inner column because additional information is provided on audit fee, so that we make a star in front of audit fees amounting to rupees 1 lakh. Okay, then leave one line below audit fee. The next income, consultation fee by consultation fee. Put figure directly to the outer column because additional information is not provided on consultation fee amounting to rupees 15,000. Amounting to rupees 15,000. Then next, by fees. Okay, by fees amounting to rupees 1 lakh. Okay, so additional information is not provided on P, so we put the figure directly to the outer column. The next, by other fee, other fees, by other fees, by other fees, okay, amounting to rupees 5,000, amounting to rupees 5,000. The next, okay, so here we transfer a receipt side to balance sheet as well as receipt and expenditure account. Now we find out the expenses or expenditure of the profession. Okay, first of all find out the expenditure relating to the profession. Okay, so office expenses, it is expenditure of the profession. Okay, it is expenditure, it denotes expenditure. Then motor car expenses. Okay, additional information is not provided on motor car expenses, so all motor car expenses should be considered as professional expenditure. Okay, or the motor car expenditure incurred for professional purpose. Printing and stationery, professional expenditure. Rent is professional expenditure. Then salary, professional expenditure. Books, okay, books is the assets of professional person. Books is the asset. Equipment is also asset. Okay, equipment is also assets. Okay, equipment is also assets. Then uh, by closing balance is also assets. Okay, closing balance is also closing cash balance is the closing asset of Mr. Pratik. Okay, so here we find out expenditure as well as assets. Okay, now transfer payment side to receipt and expenditure account and balance sheet. So here by office expenses, so by office expenses, so here to office expenses, put the figure directly to the outer column because additional information is not provided on office expenses. Okay, 25,000. Then next motor car expenses 15,000 to motor car expenses 15,000 to next printing expenses amounting to rupees 25,000 25,000 25,000. Then next 25,000. Then a rent. Okay, rent. Okay, so here to rent, put figure in inner column because additional information is provided on rent, that is amounting to rupees 49,000. Leave one line below the rent and write down the next expenditure relating to the profession. Okay, by salary to assistant, it means to salary to assistant. Okay, amounting to rupees 30,000. Put the figure in inner column because additional information is provided. Leave one line below the salary to assistant. And next here books is the asset, so here on the asset side of the closing balance sheet, books, here books, put figure in inner column, that is amounting to rupees 50,000. Leave one line below the books and write down another asset, that is equipment. Okay, equipment. Okay, here equipments. Okay, purchased on 1st July 2019. Put figure in inner column. Purchased on purchased on purchased on 1st July 2019, amounting to rupees 1 lakh. Put figure in inner column because depreciation, we have to compute depreciation on equipments. Okay, on equipments. Okay, now here we transfer payment side to receipt and expenditure account and balance sheet. Now we give an effect of additional information. First, audit fee outstanding. So income outstanding has four effect. Outstanding income has four effect. First, add in income. So here outstanding audit fees amounting to rupees 7,500. Here add 7,500 in 1 lakh. Put the figure in outer column, that is 1,07,500. Second effect on the closing balance sheet asset side. Okay, on the closing balance sheet asset side, here leave one line below equipments. Here outstanding audit fees. Put figure directly to the outer column, 7,500. Third effect on the expenditure side, make a provision for outstanding audit fees amounting to rupees 7,500, okay. Then next, it means fourth effect. Okay, it is third effect. Now give a fourth effect. It is a provision. We make a provision, 100% provision. So provision or reserve is transferred on the liability side of the closing balance sheet. Okay, so here provision for outstanding audit fees amounting to rupees 7,500. Got it? 7,500. Okay, 7,500. Now second additional information, salary to assistant is outstanding. Okay, so here outstanding expenses, add in respective expenses. So here outstanding salary amounting to rupees 7,000, add 7,000 in 30,000 and put the total in outer column, that is 37,000. Okay, that is 37,000. Second effect, outstanding salary, it is a liability. Okay, it is a liability. So liability is transferred on the balance sheet liability side. So here outstanding salary to assistant amounting to rupees 7,000, okay, amounting to rupees 7,000. Okay, next, that is third additional information, that is prepaid rent paid in advance. Okay, rent paid in advance. So advance rent paid, it is asset. Okay, it is asset. Okay, so prepaid expenses is deducted from respective expenses. So here prepaid rent is deducted from respective rents. And second effect on the asset side of the closing balance sheet, because prepaid rent or rent paid in advance is the current asset of Mr. Pratik. Okay, so here amounting to rupees 6,000, deduct 6,000 from 49,000. Here we get 43,000. Okay, second effect on the asset side of the balance sheet, here prepaid rent. Okay, it is a current asset of Mr. Pratik, 6,000. Then last additional information, that is depreciate books by 10% and equipments by 15%. So here deduct less 10% depreciation. So 10% depreciation on 50,000, it is, that is 5,000. Okay, that is 5,000. Deduct 5,000 from 50,000 and put figure in outer column, that is 45,000. Okay, that is 45,000. Okay, second effect on the expenditure side, here to depreciation on books, in put the figure in outer column or inner column. So here we put the figure in outer column amounting to rupees 5,000. Then next, here working note, computation of depreciation or calculation depreciation on equipments. Okay, so here first 15% depreciation on equipment for full year. So compute here depreciation, that is 15 divided by 100 multiplied by amount of equipment 1 lakh. So here we get amount of depreciation for full year, amounting to rupees 15,000. We have to compute depreciation for how many months or how much months. So here compute a month. Okay, so equipment is purchased on 1st July. Okay, 1st July 2019. It means the equipment is used for 9 months. So we compute a depreciation on equipments for 9 months. Okay, so second point here, 15% depreciation on equipment for 9 months. Okay, so here 9 months, compute 9 months. Okay, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February and March. Okay, so 31st March is the year end of or financial year ending. Okay, so the equipment is used for 9 months only. Okay, so compute 9 months. Okay, so here 1st July 2019 to 1st July 2019 to 31st March 2020. It means it is 9 months. Okay, 9 months. So compute here depreciation. So here 15,000. Okay, 15,000 multiplied by 15,000 multiplied by 9 divided by 12. 15,000 multiplied by 9 divided by 12. Okay, multiplied by 9 divided by 12. Okay, so here 12 months. Okay, and 9 months. Okay, so here depreciation is amounting to rupees 11,250. Got it? How we compute the depreciation if the equipment is purchased on 1st July 2019. Okay, so year start on 1st April 2019. Okay, 2019, and year end as on 31st March 2020. So we compute a 9 months depreciation on equipment amounting to rupees 11,250. So here deduct depreciation less 15% depreciation for 9 month. Okay, for 9 month. Okay, here M denotes month, amounting to rupees 11,250. 11,250. 11,250. Now deduct 11,250 from 1 lakh. Here we get the actual amount of equipment, that is 88,750. 88,750. Second effect on the expenditure side, here to depreciation on equipment, here 11,250. Okay, now here we give an effect of all additional information here. Okay, now make a total. Okay, make a total and find out surplus or deficit. Find out surplus or deficit. Find out surplus or deficit. So here receipt side is more than the expenditure side, so make a total of receipt side, that is 2,27,500. Put this total on expenditure side, 2,27,500. Find the difference. Okay, so 2,27,500 minus 25,000 minus 15,000 minus 25,000 minus 43,000, 37,000 minus 7,500 minus 5,000 minus 11,250. Okay, so here the difference is 58,750, and that difference is called surplus. To surplus, it means excess of income over expenditure, and that surplus is add in capital, opening capital. Okay, add in opening capital. So here second effect of that surplus is add in opening capital. So here we add add plus surplus amounting to rupees 58,750, 58,750. Make total in inner column. Here 1,93,000, 1,93,750. Okay, 750. Then we deduct then we deduct drawings from capital. Here less drawings. Okay, so in this problem drawing is not given. If not given, then we fill it as a nil. Okay, no drawing is not given in the problem, so drawing is nil. Okay, now make the total and put this total in outer column, that is 1,93,750. Okay, 93,750, 1,93,750. Now make total make total Okay, so total of liability side is 2,08,250, 2,08,250. Okay, 2,08,250. Make a total of asset side. Okay, make a total of asset side, but here one thing is missing, that is balance, closing balance of cash. Okay, so here consider the closing balance of cash as the closing asset. Okay, so here closing cash balance amounting to rupees 61,000, amounting to rupees 61,000. Now make the total. So here 45,000 plus 88,750 plus 7,500 plus 6,000 plus 61,000. So here total of asset side is match with liability side, that is 2,08,250. Okay, it means our solution is correct. Okay, so here we stop the lecture. In our next lecture we are solve last problem, last illustration on accounts of profession. Okay, thank you very much.